Alright, here we go. We are on the draw, which is fine. We are going to have to mulligan this hand, of course, because we don't have a turn 1 white source for Inspector or Exemplar. This hand is fine. Not thrilling, but fine. We'll keep and scry. This card is not what we want. We're going to bottom it. So here we see that we're going to lead off with an Inventor's Apprentice. Alright, our opponent led with Spirebluff Canal. What does that tell us? I'm not sure, but I'm going to start with an Apprentice and see what happens. It seems like our opponent could be playing the blue-red deck, which is fine by me. I'm going to attack. When I say the blue-red deck, I mean the recent blue-red Fevered Visions deck that is both cheap and fairly powerful. And anticipate. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we're not sure exactly what our opponent is up to right now, but yeah, the blue-red Fevered Visions deck was kind of a techie play that recently did well at the Grand Prix of the past weekend. Okay, yep, we see Radiant Flames. That is something I suppose I should have been more cognizant of, but regardless, we're going to get a turn 4 Archangel Avacyn out of the deal. So I'm not that unhappy right now. We'll have to see what our opponent is doing. Yeah, we're just gonna send the turn back to our opponent. Grixis control. Okay, so now things are becoming more clear. Well, we're still going to cast our Avacyn. Probably going to get hit with a removal spell. Okay. Right then and there. Okay, that's fine. What this all means is we're going to play a Copter. Okay. Well, that stinks. We're just going to play another Caravan and an Inventor's Apprentice. Okay, well, hopefully we draw another creature here. That would be awesome. It seems like our opponent is fairly likely to have Torrential Gearhulk here, and we're not going to be able to break through. I'm not going to attack into a Gearhulk, just because it's so clear that our opponent has it. Alright, opponent is just hanging out. Thing in the ice. Yep. Well, now the opponent isn't representing Gearhulk, which is good for us. We'll try an Exemplar here, and then we will trigger the Exemplar. Oh, come on. We have to stop on our turn. Alright, that is very annoying. Ugh. I always hate when the stops are messed up. Now our opponent, again, has Gearhulk represented. I don't even really want to attack here. I can't tell if the opponent is just holding up. Yeah, I think that at this point we're just going to have to try and go for it. Mainly because we're flooding so badly. And if our opponent did actually draw the Gearhulk, then we're just screwed. But what are we gonna do? You know? Alright, cool. We're not gonna need this courtyard yet, so we're gonna just keep it in the hand. Maybe we'll end up discarding it to a Smuggler's Copter. Alright. Seems like we really are dodging. Oh, okay. Well, now we look silly for the Depala turn. For not having a... yeah. For not having played our courtyard prior. That's fine. We're going to get in the truck. And we're going to pay 4 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just screwing up left and right here. And hopefully it doesn't matter. Okay. Opponent is playing a million lands. We're going to play an Exemplar. What were the cards that we revealed? Plains deck. Wow, alright, cool, we win. Alright, well, then we're about to hit the sideboard. Can't be mad at that. We're going to board in Transgress the Mind. We're going to board out Harness Lightning. We're going to board out Inventor's Apprentice, which I think is kind of weak here. We're certainly boarding in all of our Gideons and Always Watching. Our Declaration, our Disintegration, and our Chandras can come in. And now we have to pick what cards we're not that thrilled about. I am not that thrilled about Archangel Avacyn. Alright, we need to cut 5. I can lose a Toolcraft, I can lose these Chandras again, and I can lose a Declaration. 5 removal spells should be sufficient. And then what else can I afford to get rid of? Yeah, what the heck, another Toolcraft Exemplar. Let's run it like this and see what happens. Alright, well this hand is fine. Alright, I'm going to play Courtyard and Inspector. And then we'll let the turn go back to our opponent. Okay, we see Thing in the Ice. Alright, let's see here. We've got Aether Hub, and we're probably just going to play a Scrounger. Can't attack here, so our opponent is casting Painful Truths. Okay. I want Caravan here. And another Inspector. And then we're going to attack with everything. So the point of that play is I want to develop our board. If our opponent does in fact have a Radiant Flames, that's fine. We're going to follow up with a Motorist and bringing back the Scrounger. I'm going to try to Transgress the Mind here. I want to see what's up. Glimmer of Genius and some unlicensed disintegrations and another Painful Truths. I'm gonna take the Glimmer of Genius. Our opponent is going to, well, that's fine. If our opponent wants to cast another Painful Truths, I'm not gonna say anything about that. That's fine. Alright, we're gonna take Glimmer. So our opponent has Painful Truths and some unlicensed disintegrations and a galvanic bombardment. So we're certainly not going to we're not going to attack with the Caravan here. What we're going to do, we're just going to attack with these creatures. And I think we're just going to pop the clue. Alright, we're getting a bombardment on Scrappy Doo. And a disintegration on that Inspector. So now we're going to play this Motorist, actually, and we're going to dig for a removal spell. Putting both of those on the bottom. So now our opponent is going to try and Turbo Thing in the Ice us. And we'll see if that works. Okay. Opponent's not attacking here. So what does that mean for us? It means we're going to tap like so for an Always Watching. And we're going to attack. Now the Thing in the Ice is going to bounce everything. Which is fine by me, because now we're going to get to dig again to try and hit a removal spell for the Awoken Horror. We're going to play the Motorist to do that. The Gideon is a reasonable way of creating blockers. It's not a removal spell, but it's certainly not a bad option. Now I have to think. Yeah, no, we need a removal spell. So, unfortunately, that means that we're going to have to bottom both of these. Let's see if our opponent makes the attack. Okay, opponent is making the attack. Let's make our own attack here with the Motorist. Ah, okay, our opponent does have a monster. Nope. A Gear Hulk for Anticipate. We're going to break a clue first. Alright. We seem to be pretty far behind here. Well, there's a declaration in stone. Maybe we can come back. Dead. Okay, let's go to the sideboard again, and I'm going to say, another declaration in stone, and we would cut an always watching. I think that's fine. Let's try it like this. Alright, I will play first. I will keep this hand, mainly because we have Inspector for a clue, and if we draw a red source, we get Motorist online. We also have Gideons, which are a great way of applying pressure, and the opponent is unlikely to have that much counter magic, so Gideon is fairly likely to stick. Obviously, we need to draw land to have this hand turn on, but that's kind of par for the course. We have a clue to help us get there. And once we do get there, if it's a red land, then we're very likely to hit our source off of the Motorist. Alright, let's see what our opponent does. We would really like to draw land. Obviously, if we don't, it's not the end of the world, as Smuggler's Copter can attest. But certainly a land would be extremely helpful here. Alright, we're going to get in the helicopter. And see what we can get. We'll discard a Motorist. And we'll play a Scrapheap Scrounger. I don't know why our opponent didn't do that during the end step. Maybe our opponent messed up as well. Okay, that's understandable. Alright, now we've got the hubs. We only get to burn one red source here. I'm going to have to make it on the Motorist. I like both of these cards. Certainly we need the Inspiring Vantage, the Transgress the Mind. It's probably fine. Okay. Now we get to poke with a Copter. Discarding this Gideon. And then we'll play the well, do we want to play the Exemplar? I'm actually not convinced. Yeah, we'll play the Exemplar. Okay. Well, that kind of sucks. We're going to play a... Well, maybe we shouldn't have played the dang Toolcraft Exemplar last turn. That's fine. We are going to Transgress the Mind, I think. Yeah, we'll Transgress the Mind. Okay, cool. Good stuff to know about. If we take Glimmer of Genius, then our opponent has Gear Hulk for Harnessed Lightning, which isn't that good, and we can answer that with Unlicensed Disintegration. Yeah, I think we have to take Glimmer here and send the turn back. Okay, that's a good top deck for our opponent. Opponent's Weaver of Lightning is going to cause trouble for our Copter. Yeah, we can cast Depala here. And use the ability. Alright, well, I would have liked that card, but whatever. Alright, looks like we're getting cracking. That's a significantly more troublesome situation for us now. Yeah, man, Painful Truths. I didn't think our opponent would have Painful Truths in against our aggressive deck, but Painful Truths is just crushing us right now. Alright, we'll try Unlicensed Disintegration. 1, 2, 3. Whoops. Okay, more anticipate, more card selection. Okay. Now it's time for Motorist. Sure. I mean, these are fine cards. I think if our opponent doesn't have that many threats, it's possible that we can come out ahead here. If our opponent's only threat is Gear Hulk, but it seems pretty unlikely. Yeah, we're gonna fall way far behind here. Our opponent has too many cards in hand. Okay, we're dead.